Hey, what's up? This is Sifu Kuttel, and in this video, we're going to be doing a big technique with the hook swords. This is the linked overhead spin. We're using the hooks to link these together to make a short weapon a very long weapon. Okay, so this one you can practice with the staff if you're not sure. You can take even a jump rope to practice if you're not sure. But because we're not doing anything under the legs, this one is easy enough to work on with your hook swords. The main thing is make sure you have enough space and just keep the momentum going. Go with the flow as we're working on this. All right, let's grab your hook swords and get to work. Okay, so we're going to start this technique with our first block, and then we'll link the swords together. So I'm going to do an upward X block with the blades. Now, sometimes it's going to be important, sometimes it's not which hand is on top when you're doing this. However, since I'm using my right hand to swing this around my head, I want my right hand to be, or I want my right hook to be on top of the left, okay? Now we use a bow stance forward as we block upward and forward. And a good rule of thumb is wherever you make this X, you should be able to see underneath, okay? That way we have good coverage for our head. Now, it doesn't have to be straight up over the head. Ideally, if there's an opponent with a weapon moving in towards you, you catch it way before you have to move it up. If I can catch it sooner in front of me this way, I have a chance of pushing the weapon up and out of the way of hitting me a lot sooner, keeping me a lot safer. Okay, now enough about that. Let's do the actual hook itself. Once we block, I'm going to turn my left hand up. So my right hand stays flat, my left hand turns up, and then I can separate. When you do this, do not do it hard right away. When you pull these back, because you have a chance of swinging it back, and I have seen people hit themselves, cut their lips open, and even break a tooth doing this. So pay attention, go a little bit slower at first. Again, from my block, I turn my left hand up, and I start pulling these back. They're going to link. Once they link, this is where you want to take them and flatten them. When you have the flattened links, they hold on a lot better. This still is good, but it still has a chance of sliding around. Twisting it, flattening it out, gives it a little bit extra strength. Okay, so again, you start from here with one blade up, and then as you pull back, you twist. Now what we're going to also do is bring them up over our head, getting good extension and making a downward angle here. So we have our bow stance forward to block, twist, pull back and twist, and then up over the head, we make a nice position here. Now from here, let's go ahead and just focus on one weapon only. Our right hand's going to be leading, so we're going to focus on that right hand itself. I'm going to step forward with my right foot, and then I'm going to think of slicing with the right hand, and then I'm going to go over my head as I step with the left foot and continue the motion. Okay, so the footwork's very simple from here. Right foot step, left foot step. Okay, nice and easy here. Again, right foot step, swing over your head, left foot step, and then bring it back. Now it's just like this. Okay, one more time. From this back position, step, step, and then bring it back. Okay. Now when it comes to swinging the blades, all you have to do is keep the momentum. And I do have a little trick right here to get you started with it. So once we've linked, and we have this up here, bring the blades back behind your shoulders. This is the best way to start because now we have a good position for our arm to start swinging. When it's up over our head, if we just start from here, it's going to drop a little bit. But if we can bring it back behind our head while we start this, it puts our arm in a good position for the circle. So again, block, shift back, and then behind the shoulders, step, swing, bring it around, and then as we come back, the key to catching is all about your arm position. So right here, I want to leave my arm out and forward. If I start bringing my arm around, then I'm going to have to start chasing the blade behind me. So if I keep my arm out and forward, it allows this to swing back to the right position. Okay, So I have my blade out and forward in front of me. Okay, so again, we've linked, we step, swing over the head, and then as it comes back, leave it in front. And the blade, notice I go a little bit higher so that when gravity works with it, it naturally comes down and into my hand. If you want to, you can just work on that alone. Behind the head, swing, catch. Behind the head, swing, catch. Behind the head, swing, catch. But then from there, it's easy enough to just work through the entire form. Notice I can go quite slow once these are caught. I can just take my time, bring it around. The hook works quite well. It actually holds pretty solid. But when you demonstrate this, you're definitely going to want to go a lot faster. It's a lot more impressive once we get that wide coverage there. And these hooks, once they're linked together, and even if you start it back with this, you'll have a better chance and a better opportunity of not losing control of the weapon. So it's not, I'm going to say it's a 90% chance, even if you go slow, that you'll maintain that weapon control. But if you go fast, you have a great chance of keeping control of that weapon the entire time. Okay, so work slow, develop speed on this one, but those little details are the key for this. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the technique. If you want to learn more flowering techniques, martial techniques, and even a form with the hook swords, hop on over to my website, www.sifukuttel.com, and check out the online learning program. I have a weapons program that has double hook swords, and you can learn techniques, flowering, as well as a form itself. Check it out. I'll leave a link down in the description below as well as up above, and check out other videos in this double hook swords playlist. Hope you enjoy this one. I'll see you in the next.